Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Cassie here and thank you so much for clicking on another video. So in today's video we are chatting about seasonal depression, and the reason that I wanted to get into this topic is because I don't think that it's too early in the season to start talking about what to do to combat seasonal depression, how to handle it, what you can do to really take care of yourself and keep yourself in a good headspace as the seasons continue to change and as we get into the colder part of the year, which is the part of the year that affects people the most. I think in general, depression is a subject that I know a lot of people don't necessarily want to talk about. I think that we've done such a good job over the past few years of understanding that there's a lot of things that we should talk about because there are people who are experiencing these things every single day, struggling with these things every single day. And if we can't get to a place where we can speak about these things and be open about our own experience, then I don't see how we can connect with each other and help each other to grow as well. So I don't know where you are right now, where you live, if the weather has started to change or not yet. I am here in Atlanta and the weather has already started to change. Next thing you know, we're waking up in the morning to 40-degree weather and just having really cold mornings. And instantly, as soon as I felt that change in temperature, it sparked my desire to start talking immediately about seasonal depression, because the same way that you go from having like nice warm cozy nights to being just completely different than what it was, just that abrupt change can be as simple as that, what brings it on for you. So instead of focusing on the more negative sides of seasonal depression, I thought it would be a great idea for us instead to talk about the things that we can do, practical things that we can do to overcome that negative feeling. If you were somebody who was extremely active, okay, and now as the season changed, maybe you're somewhere where it snows really bad and you can't necessarily get around the same way, then I want to encourage you to move your body inside the house. Stay active. Don't go from being somebody who thrives off of going to the gym and going for walks and climbing the mountain and doing this, and now that you can't do those things because the weather's changed, you don't find a different way to channel that energy. Continue to channel that energy, continue to push yourself to move your body and to get active. Maybe throughout the summer you were going for hikes, maybe you were at the gym every day. Whatever your story is, you'll have to figure out what the remix will be for this seasonal change. And in doing this, you will find that you feel a lot more like yourself. You don't feel like you're losing yourself in this change of season. Number one thing is to stay active, to remix your workout routine. Whatever you were doing before, just figure out what can you do to stay active, have fun, but switch it up because the temperature is different. Or if you are somebody who the weather does not stop you from being able to still go to the gym, maybe what you'll do is switch up your gym routine. Maybe you don't get to go to the gym as much, but when you do go, you spend a little bit more time there. Or you alternate between, maybe you can make it to the gym today because the weather's not too bad, but you can't make it the next day, and so you have a spot in your house that you set up, that you create for this time, for this thing. And you just have to really be, honestly, you just have to really be intentional about it. You're somebody who the scenery outside really affects you, really sets you up for how you're gonna feel. You'll have to get creative about how you still are able to enjoy those things. So, for example, if you were somebody who would go outside maybe and read books and journal and things like that. Maybe you can't necessarily do that now, but you can get yourself all put together. Grab your book, grab your notebook, grab your journal, whatever it is that you like to get into, and find a way, right, to make a section, a spot in your house super comfy and cozy where you can still look outside, right? And dive into this thing that you enjoy. So, for example, when I first moved here, I would always go on my front porch and I would sit and I would have coffee and I would read a book, do a journal, do some sort of devotional, or something that was uplifting and gave me a good start for the day. Would only take anywhere between 5 and 20 minutes to just sit and really dive in. So if you are somebody who thrives off of that, you just have to find out what your remix is going to be for this season. So maybe you're not able to actually sit right outside because it's too cold. Maybe you're not the kind of person who even likes this weather at all. Or maybe you do, and you get yourself bundled up and you go and you sit and you enjoy. Maybe you sit in your car parked in the driveway and turn the heat on and open your sunroof and just read and enjoy whatever it is that you usually do that you enjoy. You just have to figure out what is the remix going to be for this season, because maybe I can't do it the way that I usually do, but I don't want to lose myself in this season having to switch up so many things. As soon as that cold weather started coming, I was like, I'm not really mad about it. Honestly, it's been so hot here that I've been enjoying the change in weather. So far, it has not affected me in a negative way as yet, and I'm very grateful for that. It wasn't really until moving here and having the weather be so nice for the most part. It's always pretty nice here. We get rain and things like that, but that doesn't bother me at all. But it wasn't really until moving here and experiencing just really nice weather that I realized how much I thrive on having the sun out and the leaves blowing and just the smell of like the fresh cut grass. And even when it rains, I love the smell of after it rains and things like that. I never really realized how much the weather affected me and my motivation, my interests, the things that I wanted to do and didn't want to do. I never realized that. And so this is for the person who doesn't realize, hey, when it gets cold, all of a sudden I start eating worse. I start wanting to be in the bed. I start wanting to be sleeping all the time. I start not being active and just not really being like myself. I kind of hold up in the bed or in the living room. I realize that I watch so much more TV and I don't really get out and move my body. This could be something that you never even truly realized affected you. And so this is a perfect opportunity for you to get ahead of the game. And the best things to do is not to switch up the things that make you happy, not to switch up your schedule so much that it feels so different, like such a huge change. Another thing that a lot of people can use, or maybe this is something that you might not know about that can be helpful. So if you're somebody who enjoys the sunlight kind of waking you up in the morning, and we can't necessarily depend on that as a season change, what you can do is it's an alarm clock that mimics the sunrise. And so you set your alarm clock and it's fully customizable. You can figure out what setting is best for you, but you'll have the sunrise in the room. Okay, so if you enjoyed today's video, please comment down below if you are somebody who struggles with seasonal depression, or if you know somebody who struggles. Comment down below any tips, any tricks, any things that you know that help you. Share it with us all. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that you are feeling positive, that you are feeling uplifted, and that you are feeling ready to tackle this change in season. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.